The big space meeting. The big round room was full of noise. Aliens from all over the galaxy were there. They looked funny. Some had 3 eyes, some had tentacles, and some were just floating blobs. But they all had one thing in common. They were scared and excited. Zik, a small green alien with big ears, whispered to his friend Blorp, "What's going on? Why did they call us here so fast?" Blorp, who looked like a blue octopus, waved his tentacles. "I heard it's about a new alien race. They can do something impossible." Just then, the doors opened with a whoosh. In walked Zixnax, the oldest and wisest alien in the galaxy. He looked like a tall tree with eyes. Everyone got quiet. Zixnax stood in the middle of the room. His voice boomed. "Friends, I have big news. We found a new planet called Earth. The aliens there can do something amazing. They can beat death." The room exploded with noise. Some aliens yelled, some fainted, and some tried to hide under their seats. Zixnax raised his branch-like arms. "Quiet, please. Let me explain." He touched a button, and a big screen appeared. It showed a blue and green planet. "This is Earth," Zixnax said. "The aliens there look like this." He showed a picture of a human. Many aliens gasped. "They look so simple," one shouted. "Don't be fooled," Zixnax warned. "These humans are very smart. They made tiny robots that fix their bodies from the inside. They can heal any sickness." More pictures appeared on the screen. They showed humans in white coats working in labs. Then it showed old humans becoming young again. "How is this possible?" asked a jelly-like alien named Gloop. Zixnax shook his head. "We don't know, but we need to find out. These humans could change everything in the galaxy." Some aliens started to argue. "We should make friends with them." One group said, "No, they're too dangerous. We should stay away." Another group shouted, "Zixnax, let them argue for a while." Then he raised his arms again. "Friends, we need to be smart about this. I have a plan." Everyone leaned in to listen. "We will send our best team to Earth," Zixnax said. "They will learn about the humans and their death-beating tricks. Then they will invite the humans to join our galactic family." Many aliens nodded. It seemed like a good plan. But one alien, a red spiky ball named Zorg, rolled forward. "What if they say no? What if they want to keep their secrets?" The room got quiet again. Zixnax looked serious. "Then we might have a big problem. These humans could become very powerful. If they don't want to share, they might try to take over the galaxy." Scared whispers filled the room. Zixnax waited for them to calm down. "But let's not think about that yet," he said. "First, we need to meet these humans. Who wants to go?" Many aliens raised their hands, or tentacles, or light beams. Zixnax smiled. "Good. I will pick the best team. We will meet again in 3 days to start our mission to Earth." As the meeting ended, aliens left the room talking excitedly. Some were scared, some were curious, but all of them knew one thing. The galaxy was about to change forever. Zik and Blorp walked out together. "Wow," said Zik. "Humans sound amazing and scary at the same time." Blorp nodded his whole body. "I know. I can't wait to see what happens next. Do you think they'll let us visit Earth?" Zik shrugged. "I hope so. I want to see these death-beating humans for myself." As they walked away, the big room became quiet. But soon it would be full of noise again. The biggest adventure in galactic history was about to begin. Humans are super weird. 3 days after the big meeting, the space room was full again. This time, it was even more packed. Aliens who couldn't fit inside were watching on big screens outside. Zixnax, the wise tree-like alien, walked to the center. He looked serious. "Friends," he said, "it's time to learn about humans." He pressed a button, and a big picture of Earth appeared. "This is where humans live," he said. "It's mostly water, but they live on the dry parts. Many aliens oohed and awed. Some water aliens looked excited. "Now," said Zixnax, "let's see the humans." The screen changed. It showed humans doing different things. Some were walking, some were eating, and some were playing. "They look so boring," shouted a glowing alien from the back. Zixnax shook his head. "Don't be fooled. Watch this." The screen showed a human getting hurt. There was a cut on their arm. But then, tiny robots appeared in the cut. They started fixing it. "Wow," shouted many aliens. "How do they do that?" Zixnax smiled. "That's their secret. They made these tiny robots to fix their bodies." But that's not all. The screen changed again. It showed an old human. Then, slowly, the human started looking younger. "No way," yelled Blor, the octopus-like alien. "They can go back in time." Zixnax laughed. "Not exactly. They found a way to make their bodies young again. They can live for a very long time." The room was quiet. Then everyone started talking at once. "We need to make friends with them," shouted one alien. "No, they're too powerful. We should stay away," yelled another. Zixnax raised his arms. "Calm down, everyone. There's more to know." The screen changed again. It showed humans fighting each other. "Humans are strange," said Zixnax. "They can do amazing things, but they also fight a lot. They have wars and big problems." Some aliens looked confused. "If they're so smart, why do they fight?" asked Zyke, the small green alien. Zixnax shrugged. "We don't know. Humans are very complicated." The screen kept changing. It showed humans making music, building big cities, and flying in space. "They can do all this, and they can beat death too," asked Gloop, the jelly-like alien. "That's scary." Zixnax nodded. "Yes, it can be scary, but it's also exciting. Think of what we could learn from them." The room was quiet again. Everyone was thinking hard. Then a new alien spoke up. It was Cora, a smart alien who looked like a shiny ball. "I have an idea," she said. "Why don't we invite some humans here? We can show them our galaxy and learn about them at the same time." Many aliens nodded. It seemed like a good idea. Zixnax smiled. "That's a great idea, Sora. But we need to be careful. We don't want to scare the humans." "Scare them," laughed Zorg, the red spiky alien. "We should be scared of them." Zixnax shook his head. "Fear is not the way, Zorg. We need to be friendly and open." He turned to the whole room. "So, who wants to go meet the humans? We need brave aliens who can be nice and learn fast." Many aliens raised their hands, or tentacles, or light beams. Zixnax looked happy. "Good," he said. "I will pick a team. We will send them to Earth to meet the humans. They will invite some humans to visit our galaxy." Everyone looked excited. This was going to be a big adventure. As the meeting ended, aliens left the room talking fast. They all had questions. What do humans eat? Do they have pets? Can they teach us how to beat death too? Zik and Blor walked out together again. "Humans are so weird," said Zyke, "but I kind of like them." Blork nodded. "Me too. I hope we get to meet them soon." As they walked away, the big room became quiet once more. But soon, it would be full of noise again. The biggest meeting in galaxy history was about to happen. Aliens and humans, together at last. Meet the human hero. While aliens were talking about humans in space, something big was happening on Earth. In a big lab in a city called New York, a woman named Dr. Emily Chen was working hard. Emily was smart. Really, really smart. She had long black hair that she always tied up, and she wore big glasses. She loved to solve hard problems, and right now, she was working on the biggest problem ever: how to stop people from dying. Emily walked into her lab early in the morning. The sun was just coming up. She yawned, and grabbed a cup of coffee. "Good morning, Ida," she said. A friendly voice answered from speakers in the room. "Good morning, Dr. Chen. Did you sleep well?" Ida was Emily's AI helper. It was a she in Emily's mind, helped with all the hard math and science stuff. "Not really," Emily said. "I had a weird dream about aliens." Ida made a sound like laughing. "Maybe you're working too hard, Doctor." Emily smiled. "Maybe, but we're so close, Ida. I can feel it." She sat down at her computer and started working. On the screen were pictures of tiny robots. These robots were so small you couldn't see them without a super strong microscope. "Ida, show me the latest test results," Emily said. Numbers and charts filled the screen. Emily looked at them carefully. Then she jumped up, knocking over her coffee. "Ida, do you see this? It worked. The nanobots fixed the damaged cells." Ida's voice sounded excited too. "You're right, Dr. Chen. This is a breakthrough." Emily did a little dance around the lab. "We did it, Ida. We really did it." Just then, Emily's phone rang. It was her boss, Dr. Thompson. "Emily, turn on the TV." "Now." Emily grabbed the remote and turned on the big TV in the lab. Her mouth fell open. On the screen was a news reporter. Behind him was a big spaceship. "Aliens have landed in Central Park. They say they come in peace and want to talk to our leaders." Emily couldn't believe her eyes. "Ida, are you seeing this?" "Yes, Dr. Chen. It appears we have visitors from outer space." Emily sat down hard in her chair. "Wow. Aliens are real. And they're here." Just then, her phone rang again. It was Dr. Thompson again. "Emily, the aliens are asking for you. By name." Emily felt like the world was spinning. "Me? Why me?" "They say they know about your work. They want to talk to you about beating death." Emily's mind was racing. How did aliens know about her work? What did they want? "Okay," she said. "I'll go meet them." She hung up and looked at her computer. The tiny robots were still there, still working their magic. "Ida, save all our work. Lock everything down. I'm going to meet some aliens." "Be careful, Dr. Chen," Ida said. "And good luck." Emily walked out of her lab, her heart beating fast. She was about to meet aliens, real aliens from space. As she walked to Central Park, she saw people running, some looking scared, some excited. Police were everywhere. Then she saw it, a big shiny spaceship right in the middle of the park. It looked like something from a movie. A group of strange-looking creatures stood in front of the ship. One of them, who looked like a walking tree, stepped forward. "Dr. Emily Chen," it said in a deep voice. Emily took a deep breath. "Yes, that's me." The tree alien smiled. At least, Emily thought it was a smile. "We've come a long way to meet you, Dr. Chen. We hear you've done something amazing." Emily looked at the aliens, then at the spaceship, then back at the aliens. She thought about her lab, her tiny robots, and all her hard work. Then she smiled. This was going to be the biggest adventure of her life. "Well," she said, "it's a long story. Want to hear it?" The aliens all nodded eagerly. And so, right there in Central Park, with the whole world watching, Dr. Emily Chen began to tell their story to the first aliens to visit Earth. Aliens come to Earth. The sun was high in the sky when more spaceships appeared over New York City. People stopped and stared, pointing up at the shiny objects floating in the air. Some people were scared, but most were just excited. In Central Park, Dr. Emily Chen was still talking to the first group of aliens. She had told them all about her work with tiny robots that could fix people's bodies. The tree-like alien, who said his name was Zixnax, listened carefully to every word. Suddenly, a loud noise filled the air. Everyone looked up to see 3 more spaceships landing in the park. They were all different shapes and colors. "Ah," said Zixnax, "the rest of our team is here." Emily's eyes went wide. "There are more of you?" Zixnax nodded. "Oh yes, we come from all over the galaxy. We're very interested in meeting humans." The doors of the new spaceships opened. Out came the strangest creatures Emily had ever seen. From the first ship came a blue blob that looked like jelly. It wobbled as it moved. "Hello," it said in a bubbly voice. "I'm Gloop." From the second ship came something that looked like an octopus, but with more arms. "Greetings, humans," it said, waving all its arms at once. "I'm Blorp." The third ship opened, and out rolled a red spiky ball. "Hey there," it said in a gruff voice. "Name's Zorg." Emily couldn't believe her eyes. She pinched herself to make sure she wasn't dreaming. "Dr. Chen," said Zixnax, "meet our team. We're here to learn about humans and to invite you to join our galactic family." Emily's head was spinning. Galactic family? You mean there are more aliens out there? All the aliens nodded. "Oh yes," said Blorp. "Lots and lots more." Just then, a group of important-looking people came running into the park. They were wearing suits and had serious faces. One of them stepped forward. "I'm the President of the United States," he said. "We welcome our visitors from space." Zixnax bowed, which looked funny for a tree. "Thank you, Mr. President. We come in peace. We're here to meet Dr. Chen and learn about her amazing work." The president looked confused. He turned to Emily. "Dr. Chen, what's going on here?" Emily took a deep breath. "Mr. President, these aliens have come because they heard about my work on stopping death. They want to know more." The president's eyes went wide. "Stopping death? Is that even possible?" Emily nodded. "We've made some big breakthroughs, but I never thought aliens would be interested." Zorg, the spiky red ball, rolled forward. "Of course we're interested. This could change everything in the galaxy." Suddenly, there was a loud noise from the crowd. People were pushing to get closer, all trying to see the aliens. Some were taking pictures. Others were shouting questions. "Please, everyone, stay calm," the president shouted. But it was too late. The crowd was getting out of control. Gloop, the jelly alien, started to shake. "Oh dear," he said. "This is a bit scary." Emily had an idea. She turned to Zixnax. "Why don't we go to my lab? It's quiet there, and I can show you my work up close." Zixnax nodded. "That's a good idea, but how will we get through this crowd?" The president stepped in. "I can help with that. Follow me." He led Emily and the aliens to a group of big black cars. They all got in, which was funny to watch, especially for Blorp with all his arms. As they drove away, Emily looked out the window. The streets were full of people, all trying to get a look at the aliens. News helicopters flew overhead. It was chaos. "Wow," said Emily. "This is going to change everything, isn't it?" Zixnax nodded. "Yes, Dr. Chen. Today is the start of a new era for both humans and aliens." As they drove to Emily's lab, she couldn't help but feel excited. She was about to show her life's work to beings from another world. What would they think? What would happen next? One thing was for sure. Life on Earth would never be the same again. The big test. Dr. Emily Chen's lab was quiet. The aliens looked around with big eyes, amazed by all the machines and computers. Emily felt proud but also nervous. She had never shown her work to anyone from another planet before. "So," said Zixnax, the tree-like alien, "can you show us how you stop death?" Emily took a deep breath. "Well, we don't exactly stop death. We just make bodies heal faster and stay young longer. Here, let me show you." She turned on a big screen. It showed tiny robots swimming in blood. "These are my nanobots," Emily said. "They're super small robots that can fix cells in our bodies." Blorp, the octopus alien, waved his arms excitedly. "Wow, how do they work?" Emily smiled. She loved talking about her work. They find damaged cells and fix them. They can also make old cells young again. Zorg, the spiky red alien, rolled closer. "Prove it," he said. "Show us they really work." Emily felt her heart beat faster. This was it, the big test. "Okay," she said. "I can show you on some cells in a dish." She walked to a machine and pressed some buttons. A small glass dish came out. Inside were some cells that looked old and sick. "Watch this," Emily said. She took a small tube of liquid and dropped some into the dish. "These are the nanobots." Everyone crowded around to watch. At first, nothing happened. Then, slowly, the cells started to change. They got bigger and brighter. "Look!" shouted Gloop, the jelly alien. "They're getting better." Emily nodded, smiling. Yes, the nanobots are fixing them and making them young again. The aliens all made excited noises, but Zorg still looked doubtful. "That's just in a dish," he said. "Does it work in real bodies?" Emily hesitated. "We've tested it on animals, and it works great. But we haven't tried it on humans yet. It's too dangerous." Suddenly, there was a loud noise outside. Everyone ran to the window. A new spaceship was landing in the street. The door of the ship opened, and out came a strange alien. It looked old and sick, moving slowly with a walking stick. Zixnax gasped. "That's Xerxes. He's one of the oldest aliens in the galaxy, but he's very sick." The old alien, Xerxes, came into the lab. He looked at Emily with tired eyes. "Are you the one who can beat death?" he asked in a weak voice. Emily felt scared. I'm not sure. We haven't tested it on any intelligent beings yet." Xerxes nodded. "Then test it on me. I'm dying anyway. What do I have to lose?" Everyone in the room went quiet. This was a big moment. Emily looked at her nanobots, then at Xerxes. "It could be dangerous," she said. "I don't know what it might do to your alien body." Xerxes smiled. "Young human, I've lived a long life. If this works, it could help billions across the galaxy. If it doesn't, well, I was going to die soon anyway." Emily thought hard. This was her chance to prove her work really worked. But it was also very risky. She looked at Zixnax. "What do you think?" The tree alien looked serious. "It's Xerxes' choice. If he wants to try, we should let him." Emily nodded. She turned to her computer and started typing fast. "Okay, I need to adjust the nanobots for alien biology. This might take a while." For the next few hours, Emily worked harder than she ever had before. The aliens watched in amazement as she typed mixed chemicals and talked to her Ida. Finally, she turned to Xerxes with a small tube of liquid. "It's ready," she said. "Are you sure you want to do this?" Xerxes nodded. "I'm ready." Emily took a deep breath. "Okay, here goes nothing." She injected the liquid into Xerxes' arm. Everyone watched, holding their breath. At first, nothing happened. Then, slowly, Xerxes started to change. His wrinkles began to smooth out. His back straightened. His eyes got brighter. I feel different," he said, his voice getting stronger. "I feel young." The room exploded with cheers. The aliens were jumping and shouting. Emily couldn't believe her eyes. It had worked. Xerxes stood up straight, no longer needing his walking stick. He looked at Emily with bright eyes. "Thank you, young human. You've given me a new life." Emily smiled, feeling both happy and amazed. She had just changed the course of history, not just for Earth, but for the whole galaxy. Humans saved the day. The news of Xerxes' amazing recovery spread fast. Soon, Emily's lab was crowded with more aliens, all wanting to see the miracle for themselves. Zixnax, the tree-like alien, looked at Emily with wonder. "Dr. Chen, you've done something incredible. You've not only helped Xerxes, but you've given hope to billions across the galaxy." Emily felt both proud and overwhelmed. "I'm glad I could help, but I never expected all this attention." Just then, Blorp the octopus alien came rushing in, waving his many arms. "Emergency! Emergency!" he shouted. Everyone turned to look at him. "What's wrong, Blorp?" asked Gloop, the jelly alien. Blorp was out of breath. "Big problem. On my home planet. Deadly virus. Killing everyone." Emily's eyes went wide. "A virus? Maybe we can help." Zixnax nodded. "Yes, if your nanobots can heal Xerxes, maybe they can fight this virus too." Emily thought for a moment. "It's possible, but I'd need to study the virus first. And we'd have to test it carefully." Zorg, the spiky red alien, rolled forward. "There's no time for careful testing. My people are dying too. We need a cure now." Emily felt the weight of the galaxy on her shoulders. She looked at her team of human scientists, who had been watching everything in amazement. "What do you think, team? Can we do this?" Her team nodded eagerly. One of them, Dr. Sarah Lee, stepped forward. "We've been working on adapting the nanobots to fight viruses. With the aliens' help, we might be able to make it work for their biology too." Emily smiled. "Okay, let's do it. But we'll need samples of the virus and some volunteer aliens to test on." The next few days were a blur of activity. Alien ships zoomed back and forth, bringing virus samples and sick volunteers. Emily's lab was busier than ever, with humans and aliens working side by side. Emily worked day and night, barely sleeping. She was determined to save as many lives as she could, no matter what planet they were from. Finally, after 3 days of non-stop work, Emily held up a small vial of blue liquid. "I think we've got it," she said. Everyone in the lab cheered, but Emily looked serious. "Now comes the hard part. We need to test it." A brave alien from Blort's planet stepped forward. He looked very sick. His usual blue color faded to a pale gray. "I'll do it," he said weakly. Emily nodded, feeling both scared and hopeful. She carefully injected the blue liquid into the alien's arm. For a few minutes, nothing happened. The room was so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Then, suddenly, the alien gasped. Color started returning to his skin. His eyes brightened. He stood up straighter. I feel better," he said, his voice getting stronger. "The pain is going away." The lab erupted in cheers. Aliens were hugging humans. Humans were high-fiving aliens. It was a beautiful moment of galactic unity. Zixnax turned to Emily, his eyes shining with tears. "Tree aliens cry sap, apparently. Dr. Chen, you've done it again. You've saved not just one life, but potentially billions across the galaxy." Emily felt overwhelmed. I just wanted to help. I never imagined anything like this." Suddenly, all the screens in the lab lit up. It was a message from the Galactic Council. "Attention, people of Earth," said a grand-looking alien on the screen. "Your Dr. Emily Chen and her team have performed a miracle. They have saved countless lives across multiple planets. In recognition of this great deed, we officially invite Earth to join the Galactic Federation." The lab exploded with excitement. Humans and aliens were jumping up and down, hugging each other. Emily couldn't believe it. Her work had not only saved lives, but it had also brought Earth into a whole new era of galactic cooperation. As the celebration continued around her, Emily looked out the window at the night sky. The stars seemed brighter somehow, more full of possibility. She smiled, knowing that this was just the beginning of humanity's greatest adventure. "Well," she said to herself, "I guess humans really did save the day." And with that, Dr. Emily Chen, the woman who had changed the fate of the entire galaxy, joined the celebration, ready to face whatever new challenges the universe might bring. Humans joined the Space Club. 1 month after the big cure, Earth was buzzing with excitement. Today was the day humans would officially join the Galactic Federation. It was like the whole planet was having a party. In New York, Dr. Emily Chen stood on a big stage in Times Square. She was wearing a shiny new spacesuit, a gift from her alien friends. Next to her were the president, other world leaders, and a group of colorful aliens. Thousands of people filled the streets, all looking up at big screens. Millions more watched from home. Even the aliens' home planets were tuning in. Zixnax, the tree-like alien, stepped up to the microphone. "People of Earth," he said, his voice booming. "Today is a special day. You are joining a big family of planets. Welcome to the Galactic Federation." The crowd went wild, cheering and clapping. Emily felt her heart racing. This was really happening. The president spoke next. "This is a giant leap for mankind," he said, smiling at the old space quote. "Dr. Chen and her team have opened the door to the stars. Now we step through together." He turned to Emily. "Dr. Chen, would you like to say a few words?" Emily gulped. She wasn't used to speaking to so many people, but she took a deep breath and stepped up. "Hi everyone," she said, her voice a little shaky. "A month ago, I was just a scientist working in my lab. Now I'm standing here, about to help Earth join a galactic club. It's pretty crazy." The crowd laughed. Emily felt more confident. "But you know what? We're ready for this. Humans are curious, brave, and kind. We got a lot to learn, but we've also got a lot to share. Together with our new alien friends, we're going to do amazing things." The cheers were so loud, Emily thought the ground was shaking, but then she realized it actually was shaking. Suddenly, a massive spaceship appeared in the sky. It was bigger than any building in New York. Everyone gasped. A beam of light shot down from the ship, and a grand-looking alien appeared on stage. He, or maybe it was a she, Emily wasn't sure, was tall and sparkly, like a living diamond. "Greetings, Earth," the alien said in a musical voice. "I am Xylox, leader of the Galactic Federation. We are here to make it official. Earth is now part of our galactic family." Xylox held up a shiny tablet. "Who will sign for Earth?" The world leaders looked at each other, then at Emily. The president nodded to her. "Dr. Chen, you brought us here. You should do the honors." Emily's hands were shaking as she took the tablet. She pressed her thumb on the screen, and it glowed bright blue. "It is done," Xylox announced. "Earth is now the newest member of the Galactic Federation." The crowd went crazy. Fireworks exploded in the sky. Aliens and humans were hugging and high-fiving everywhere. But Xylox wasn't finished. "As a welcome gift, we offer Earth its first galactic embassy." A hologram appeared, showing a beautiful space station. "This will be Earth's home away from home in space," Xylox explained. "And Dr. Chen, we would be honored if you would serve as Earth's first ambassador to the stars." Emily's jaw dropped. "Me? An ambassador?" Zixnax put his branch-like hand on her shoulder. "You brought us all together, Emily. You're the perfect choice." Emily looked out at the crowd, then up at the stars. She thought about all the adventures waiting out there, all the new friends to make, new worlds to see, new sciences to learn. She smiled and turned back to Xylox. "I'd be honored," she said. The crowd cheered again. Emily felt like her heart might burst with excitement. As the celebration continued, spaceships from all over the galaxy arrived, filling the sky with lights. It was the greatest show Earth had ever seen. Emily looked around at all the happy faces, human and alien alike. She thought about how much had changed in just 1 month, from working alone in her lab to becoming Earth's ambassador to the stars. "Well," she said to herself, "I guess this is just the beginning." And she was right. For Earth, and for Emily, the greatest adventure in history was just getting started. The whole galaxy was waiting, full of new friends, new challenges, and endless possibilities. Humans had joined the Space Club, and the universe would never be the same again.